Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I'm going to start out with my bag of words to see what I'm inspired to share. Let's see. All right. Ooh, a lot of words want to come out. Ooh, the first one is gratitude. Let's see what else. Shine. Feeling inspired already. All right. And the last one is beautiful. Beautiful. Gratitude, shine, and beautiful. Let me take a minute. Let me see. You know, I feel, I'm going to start with beautiful. I feel beautiful inside when I meditate. And the reason for that is that when I relax my body, I relax my mind, I relax my body. And when I do that, I feel less dense. I feel more relaxed, more at peace, more grounded, more connected. And that creates a beautiful feeling within me. And, you know, meditation can be done in many different ways. Even when I'm simply going on a mindful walk, I feel beautiful inside. There's this lightness. There's this appreciation, right, for the moment, which then makes me think of gratitude. When I say that appreciation, it's like this gratitude for what is in that moment. And this doesn't mean that, you know, I can't think about something a little later that's unsettling to me. It means that I feel good in that moment, and I can use that feeling and bring it in to another moment where I'm feeling heavy, or I have a thought that's unsettling, or I have a worry that comes up, or anything, right? I can take that beautiful moment that I was in earlier and use it to anchor myself in later on when I'm feeling uncomfortable about something. And it could be anything, but we can anchor ourselves easier as we go throughout the day, when we start out the day in a way where we ground ourselves, or when we take time throughout the day to ground ourselves. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to sit down and zone out. But when you slow down and you create this in the moment peacefulness for yourself, there is this beauty that we are going to experience and feel. And the beauty is in the present moment, right? There is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow, there's just that moment and that good feeling in that moment. And then what happens from there, we deal with. You know, that's how we roll in life, right? We have a situation, you know, that comes up and we deal with it, you know. But it's easier for us to feel gratitude when we are able to consciously create peace for ourselves. And that's one way to do it, right? The other way is we can make a gratitude list. We can write down what feels, you know, what we're grateful for. And it could be anything as simple as, you know, we're grateful for the way our skin feels, you know, if we like the smoothness of it. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. It doesn't have to be anything sophisticated, you know. It's like I'm grateful for the air that I breathe. Basic, simple. It could be anything, but we want to write things down so that we remind ourselves that there is good, right? That there's polarity, or that yes, there are challenges that may come up, and there may be times when we doubt ourselves, but there's also these good moments and these good things, and we want to savor them, we want to appreciate them, we want to consciously bring them into our forefront of our minds, so that we have that to ground ourselves with as well, right? And to balance ourselves when we're feeling worried or not so grateful because there's something that's happening that feels yucky for us. Because whenever we are feeling yucky, right, we're going to, you know, spiral, and we don't want to. Well, we can, right? If we're not really paying attention and we don't use any of our tools to balance ourselves and to bring ourselves back out from that space, we can spiral pretty far. And we don't want to go there, because anytime we spiral far into yucky feelings or intense worry or intense anything, that's heavy, we are going to feel yucky inside. We're not going to let our light shine, right? We're going to block ourselves. We're going to show up more irritable, and nothing about us is shining. Life isn't shining, our feelings aren't shining, and our behavior isn't shining, right? So we then create this vortex of yuckiness when there is another option available for us. We can, because we do have the power to balance ourselves back and to say, I don't like the way this is feeling. I don't want to go here, and I'd rather shine. I'd rather feel beautiful inside. I'd rather feel peaceful. I'd rather feel good. And I don't want to let this situation take away from this beauty, from this peace that I can experience, right? And this is not to say, right, we want to run away from life experiences, but we don't want to get swept away by them. That's the difference, right? So we're going to experience things, we can learn from them, we can grow from them, we can gain more self-awareness from them, but we can also, right, maintain ourselves above, as opposed to pushing ourselves further down and spiraling into a space that isn't helpful to us in any way. Because once we spiral, we lose more and more of our balance, right? So we want to catch ourselves, we want to be able to anchor ourselves, we want to learn from it, and we want to grow, and we want to continue to expand so that we're not getting overwhelmed and tackled in a way that feels too out of control or too uncomfortable and leaves us feeling powerless, because we're not powerless, right? There are things that are happening, right, that may not be within our control, but we have choices, right? Which is making me think now, right, this, like, we have, when I thought of powerless, this fear of feeling helpless, but we also have a fear of making, of exercising our choices, right, of change. And when we dwell in these fears, right, we lose sight of our power and the fact that we are not as helpless, right? We may not have control over every situation, but we surely have a choice as to how we're going to feel about a situation, how far we're going to let ourselves get swept away by the situation at hand. We have that power, right? And we also can exercise trust, right, in the process of life, which means that there is a synchronicity to life, or at least I believe there's a synchronicity to life, and that things may not always go our way. People may get upset. Things we may not get the job, stay in a relationship we would have preferred to stay in, and so forth. But there is a synchronicity to life. Sometimes one door closes for a bigger and better one to open. And when we remember that, right, then all of a sudden it's not, all a loss, right? There's an experience, there's a lesson, and there's growth, right? There's the process of change that can support, that can support us into a more expansive state and a more expansive life, right? Because we're not shutting down to these fears and getting trapped in those emotions, and giving away our power. So we don't want to do that, right? Because that feels yucky. So that's what I want to share with you today. I hope that helps you in some way. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.